Hello everyone, I would like to start in the assignments, Module 3, Word Web Report. Click the link, Module 3, Word Web Report, to open up the document. This assignment is to go over navigating on Word. Right now, if you look at the bottom left corner, this is a status bar and it's indicating one of 3 pages, a total of 1,026 words, and a book icon that has an X in it. The X indicates that there's spelling errors. If there weren't any spelling errors, you'd have a check mark in the book. On the far right, we're in what's called print layout. If you were to click the book icon, it would go into read mode. When I click read mode, look at the top of the screen and see what happens. The ribbon disappears and it more or less looks like a textbook that you could change the pages with the arrows. You also have tables that are hard to read. If you double click on the table, it enlarges it. If you click the magnifying glass, it makes it even larger. To go back, just click behind it, and I'll do the same thing to table B, double click, and if I would like to make it larger, the magnifying glass, and there you go. And then to take it away, click behind it. So that's in read mode. To go back to print layout, which is the default mode, on the bottom status bar, click print layout. So usually when you navigate, you go to the far right where you have the scroll bar, and you actually can attach your mouse to the scroll bar and just drag it down. And as you move through the different pages, it'll change from page 1 to page 2 and to page 3, etc. Some people just lean on the arrows and hover. You can just click in the scroll bar and it moves in different increments. Or you can actually take the bar and scroll. So when you're looking at Word, if you point at anything on the ribbon, it's an arrow. When you're pointing on any text in the document, it looks like a capital I, and they call that an I-beam. If I wanted to type right here after the word content, I have to actually click there first so that the insertion point is in the location of where I would want to type. So the I-beam is just your mouse moving around. The flashing cursor is where you would type text, and the arrow is when you want to point at a particular item in the ribbon. On the ribbon, you have File tabs, File, Home, Insert, Design. The default tab is always in Home position. On the Home tab, you have different groups on the ribbon: clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, and editing. We'll get into more details about the ribbon when we start Module 4. In Word, you have the disk, floppy disk, which is your save icon, or you could press Control S. You have undo and redo, and then you have a little arrow pointing down, and usually when the arrow is there, it indicates there are more options, and this is called Customize Quick Access toolbar. And up here you would have icons that you use frequently. So if I click this icon, Customize Quick Access Toolbar, what is already in the Quick Access Toolbar is already checked off: save, undo, and redo. I'm going to select Open, and I get a little folder if I want to open up another file. I have to go back to it to open it and choose, I'm going to do Quick Print, go back, one more, Print, Preview and Print, and one more, Spelling and Grammar. So if I wanted to open a file, I would click this folder. If I wanted to perform spell check, I would click the Check ABC. The icon of the picture, if I click this, it sends it directly to the printer. If I click this one that looks like a piece of paper and a magnifying glass, it takes me to the print preview so I can get a look at it before I send it to the printer. Then I could click print. Instead, I'm going to go back. So I'm not a fan of the quick print because you could send it to the printer and find out later that there's one sentence on a second page. So I'm going to go back to the Customize Quick Access toolbar and uncheck Quick Print. So now it's no longer there. The other thing, if you wanted to have your Customize Quick Access toolbar, it's usually located in the top above File and Home, but you could actually move it to be below the ribbon, so it would be right here. If you want to go back, just click the Customize Quick Access toolbar and return it to show above the ribbon. Over on the far right, you have your Minimize, Restore, and Close. This button right here is called Ribbon Display Options, and right now both the tabs are showing and your commands. If you accidentally click this arrow and then choose this first one accidentally, you lose your ribbon and your tabs. If you click these three dots, you get it back, but it's only temporary. To get it back completely, go to the Ribbon Display Options. If I click just Show Tabs, I just have the tab names. I don't have the ribbon back. I'll click again the Ribbon Display Options and choose Show Tabs and Commands. So I get my entire ribbon back. Another way to navigate is if you click this button on the Home tab that's called Find. Notice when I hover over it, it tells me that there's a shortcut. It's Find. The shortcut is Control F, and it actually finds text on the document. So I'll click that. What it does, it opens up on the left-hand side what's called the navigation area. If I click Headings, it shows me all the headings that are in this document. So if I wanted to quickly go to how search engines works, I just click this and it takes me right to that side heading. If I went to IPS and URLs, it takes me to that heading, and so forth. If I choose Pages, it shows me little thumbnail pictures of page 1, page 2, and page 3. Results, if I was looking for a particular word, I would click Results and type website, and it would tell me how many times it appears, and it shows in yellow how many times it appears in this document. That's results. So I'll go back to headings, X out of results, and again, if I click the first one, it's going to take me to the top of the page. So this is ways that you can navigate besides the scroll bar. And another thing you can do with the navigation is you can move paragraphs. So example, conclusion should be the last paragraph of this 3-page report. So instead of selecting this and cutting this paragraph from here, you can actually select it from the navigation bar and then just drag it down so it's the last item. So that's when navigation is very helpful. So if I close it, to open navigation window, it's Find or Control F, or there's always more than one way to do something. If you click View, there's a navigation button in the Show group, and that'll open it up again. If you are at the end of your document, Control and the key that spells H-O-M-E, Home, will take you to the very top of the first page. If you hold Control and press the button labeled End, and this is in the navigation area, END, it takes you to the end of the document. So that's another quick way to move around your document. So that's it for this one. So go ahead and save and submit. There was nothing changed in the document. We were just exploring the navigating features. So save and submit that. And I'm going to go right into the next one, which is the Excel practice. So go ahead and open the Excel practice, enable the editing, and I just wanted to show you a little bit about Excel. Instead of a blue bar at the top, it's green for Excel. It has the same quick access toolbar at the top, the same ribbon display options, file, home, insert, a lot of the same features because it's part of the Microsoft Office suite. But if you notice, it's not a plain piece of paper with text, it's all these little cells. So right now you should be under totals. It's got a little green thick border around it, so that's indicating the cell that's active. And what I want to do is put in a calculation that will multiply price, $350, times how many people. So in D5, press the equals key, click the $350, press the star, the asterisk, that's the multiplication symbol, click 15, 15 people will be flying, click the check mark in the formula bar, and there you have your answer. To repeat, hover over this tiny little green box till you have a thin plus sign, and then drag it down, and it does the rest of the columns for you. Click in D9 to get a grand total of all of the airfare, hotel, car rental, and meals. Hold the Alt button right next to the space bar and press equals. And then press enter. It'll add D5 through D8. There you go. Save and submit this one as well. And the last one for Module 3 is called Brook Community College Practice. So go ahead and open that link, and it takes you to, make sure you enable editing. This is a PowerPoint slide presentation. If you look at the bottom far left, there are 1 of 7 slides. You're in what's called normal view, and we'll learn different views later on when we go into PowerPoint. But I just wanted to show you that the top of this is coded orange for PowerPoint. It's got that same floppy disk, undo, redo. Also has a new button, which is slideshow button, and the quick access toolbar, file, home, insert, design, so forth. So it looks very familiar. So on this one, the only thing we're going to do in PowerPoint is change the background of this particular slide. It looks like it's a green with a red little tab on each slide. Click the Design tab, and they're actually named right here under Themes, and this is the one that's on right now, and it's called Ion. If you click this little down arrow button, you have more options, and if you'd like to pick a different option, go ahead and choose. The one I just chose was called Facet. If you don't like the color, you could change the color over here in Variants. If you're not happy with that, you can choose something else. Feathered. You want flowers. You can change. Pick anything you'd like, and save and submit. And this was a mini introduction to Microsoft Office Suite. Please save and submit. Thank you.